Hi, my name is William, a network engineer at Akwaba Network, currently living in Ghana here. And today I am going to demonstrate how to set up two radios, RadWin. So this is the first one. This is my office actually, this is where I work. So this is the first RadWin device we are going to set up. So this will become my slave or my client side, and this one will be the hub or the BTS. So this will be my hub or the BTS, and you can see I have done the connection. So this one will be my BTS, and this one will be, this very one over here will be my client side. So I'm briefly showing you how I've done the connections. See, this adapter, the PoE adapter for this RadWin device, this very one, this is a PoE adapter, and this is where my connections are. You can see the connections. So one cable going to the PoE side to go and power the RadWin device, and one cable to go the other side of the cable, the LAN part, to go into my computer to go into, in order for me to configure this RadWin device we are seeing here. And this one to see, this is the adapter for this one, this the hub side, this is its adapter. One side will go to the PoE to go and power the device, the RadWin device, and one side of the LAN part will now go into my computer for me to configure it. Okay, so let me quickly power them on, then we start the process. So I'm going to power on the hub side, then I'll connect that hub side to my computer, then I'll start the process. I'll first and foremost add a static IP address to it. Then after adding a static IP address, which is also the default IP in the RadWin device, and that default IP in the RadWin device is 10.0.0.120. So I would assign an IP address for myself within this block, this range. So it could be 10.0.0.100. So far as I am within that block, I am very well to go and configure the RadWin device. So I'll first and foremost configure my RadWin device. Like I said earlier, this very one will be my hub, which is this one, and this very one will be my client side, and the hub's adapter is this black one, and that's what I'm going to configure now. And the white ones is the white adapter. So I'll start with the hub side and configuring the hub side. So today, this is the initial part of what we or the field engineer will do to configure the RadWin device. So follow along and let's do this together. So first and foremost, what I need to do is I need to statically give my computer an IP address. So I'll come and give my computer an IP address, a static IP address to be precise, 10.0.0.0. Let me say 110. I just want to be in the same IP block with the default IP address, which is on the RadWin device. So that's what I'll do. I would leave the gateway blank. I wouldn't do anything. So as I am speaking to you now, I am powering on the RadWin device I'll use for the hub side. If you want to be sure that the device has turned on and it is ready for use, you check among your Wi-Fi SSIDs. The RadWin SSID would pop up, and that would show that the device is ready for us to log into. I'll quickly come here and I'll come and put in the default IP address for the RadWin device to see if it will take me to the login page. Let me properly do this. All right, so it means that the device is ready to be worked on. Exactly, so you can see that the SSID has popped up. The RadWin device, the R is showing over here. So we will quickly go into it. The username is admin, all small letters, and the password is, the default password for this login is net wireless. Those are the default username and password. That's a default password for this one. So this is showing me the client side first, but I want to change into the hub side. So I'll come here. This device is already in the default mode. That's why we are having the default IP address over here like this. So I'll come and change the mode to the hub side. So I'll switch to hub so that this very device will now be the hub side. And the other white one I showed you, they are all white, but the other one that looks newer than the other one will be my client side. So the newer RadWin device will be my client side, and the old RadWin device will be my hub side. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So we will patiently wait for this one to change into the hub side, and then we'll work on this one. So I'll log in again. Since it disconnected me, the password is net wireless. So I'm in again, and this time you realize that I have now come into the hub site. So as I'm in the hub site, I'm going to activate it. So I'll simply activate it. I'll put in my link ID. Your link ID is peculiar to your company, or a very special ID that you use, that all your devices in that company would be stuck to this link ID. So all devices that your company will deploy in any area, when they have this link ID, which is peculiar to only your company, that link ID will not be used in your company, and it will be registered on all your RadWin devices across any area, across any region or state. So let's say I'll simply put a simple so I'll say state 1 2 3 4 5. This is my link ID, and over here the sector name, I'm going to call it Akwaba, my company's name, and the location is at Salam Down. So this is where I am, Salam Down. Okay, so I'll move to there. So remember our link ID is state 1 2 3 4 5. That's our link ID. So I'll go to next. So I would leave everything here to be in default mode. So I'll go to next. Over here, because the RadWin devices are too close to each other, I'm going to reduce the power rate so that it does not affect even me, so that the frequency wouldn't affect me, and also it wouldn't damage the RadWin devices. Now that I'm done activating it, I'll check it and then go to configure. Then at configure, I'll quickly come to management, and I'll put an IP address over there. So I'm going to put 10.18.18. Let's say 17. And I'm going to do this 255.255.255.0, and my gateway will be 10.18.18.16. So let's remember this one. So the IP that I gave to this one is 10.18.18.17, and my gateway is 10.18.18.16. So I would quickly save this one. As I am in the process of saving it, I'll quickly go and change my static IP address from the default to the current one that I have here. So I'll quickly come here and come and change 10.18.18. Let me just put 10. I just want to be in the same IP range or IP block with this network. So I'll just say okay and close this one and just close this one. Automatically it has taken me to the IP address that I just gave, the 17. That is the hub's IP address I gave it, and the gateway was 16. So I'll quickly log into it again, admin, and then net wireless. Okay, so it is looking great. Let's have a look at this. You see that the name has changed to Aquaba. It has not synced yet because I've not powered the other one up yet. So I would quickly power that one also up, and then we should see it over here. We should see it appearing over here. Then I would also get into that one, make sure that I change it to suit what it's supposed to be. So I'm powering that one on now. So that one has been powered on and it is in the process of booting. Immediately it comes on, we should see it appearing over here. The device, our hub site, should recognize a new device in the system, and quickly we would get into that one and adopt it or activate it or add it up to our network. So that's what we are going to do right away when that one comes on board. Good. So you can see that the client side has come on board, but the client side is having the default IP address, which we don't want it to be in the default IP address, or we don't want it to have a default IP address. So what we'll quickly do is we need to change certain things about it to make sure that it tallies with what we have. So quickly I have to change it to 10.18.18. My first one was 17, so I'm just giving this one to be 18. 255.255/24.255.0, and here 10.18.18.18.16. that is my gateway. So I'll save this one. So I'm changing it from the default IP to this very IP that we have here, and quickly I'll come here and reduce the power too, because they are too close with each other or to each other. Then I'll come to air interface. I'll put my link ID there. Remember, my link ID was state 12345. That was my link ID. So I'll save it. And then I would come to, let me see something over here. So my client side. Good. So I'll then register this client site. The location, let me go to the location. Let me name it. So I'll name it as Aquaba DC data center, and let's say Africa. So I'll just keep it this way. Okay. and then I'll come and register this very one. My throughput should show. So see something over here. Previously it was not active registered, but now you can clearly see that it is actively registered. So you can see my throughput is working, they are all seeing each other and they are actively seeing each other. So this is what you would do on your side as an engineer on the field. But there's one particular thing that you will finally do, and when you do that, you don't have access to, you wouldn't get access to the RadWin device. The NOC engineers will take over and then put a service IP address to it, whereby it will be reachable on the internet. So this is what you would do as an RF or a field engineer to bring the two sides up. Also, you have your site, you have your hub site, and you have your client site. So this is what we have done, and you can see that the throughput is full and they are all looking good. So the final thing I'm going to do now is to check this very one. Let me deal with the client first. I'll check this one and then go to management and then go to VLAN. I'm going to tag this very one, and I'll tag it according to the VLAN ID which will be provided to me by my NOC engineer, wherever that NOC engineer will be, or by the NOC engineer that you are working along with. That NOC engineer will provide you a VLAN ID, and that VLAN ID, let's say it's 74. That VLAN ID, you put it here and then you save it. When you save it, I wouldn't get access to the device because the device would now be turned off from my side. Let me refresh to see if I'll still get the throughput. Okay. All right, so I'm still getting the throughput. I'll do same on the hub site to see if I'll still get the throughput. So management, and then I'll go to my VLAN. I used 74 for the VLAN ID. So I'll tag it now and say save. Okay. So I've tagged them now. I should be disconnected. So immediately I get disconnected from the RadWin device, it simply means that the NOC engineer will now see the device in their system based on the IP address that the NOC engineer has provided, and also the VLAN tag that the NOC engineer also gave you. So as the NOC engineer or the NOC personnel gives you this IP address and the VLAN tags, when you key those tags into the system, you would be turned off automatically. It means that currently the NOC would have access to this device. Let me try refreshing this page, and that is it. I'm logged out, and upon getting logged out, I don't have access to the RadWin device anymore, and this simply shows that the NOC engineer has taken over the RadWin device. And after they have done their background working, they'll provide you with an IP address which you will now come and key into and take the tag off, which you will now come and key into the system for you to get your internet working. So basically this is how we go by configuring or bringing up the RadWin device. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is William Sam, a network engineer at Aquaba Network. It was a pleasure teaching you this. Thank you. Bye-bye.